If there's something I've learned out of life is that it's short and you don't know how long you have. And I learned this at a very young age. And it wasn't just my sister going missing when she was 22 years old, but it was also my mom and her sister, her brother, a lot of family members dying very young. And it made me realize that when you're gone, you're gone. And what impact have you left on the world? You know, what did you get done that you wanted to get done? And this is how I've lived my life. Now, the number one priority for me was my children. I wanted to be a good mom. I wanted to give the best life that my kids could give. And I did that. Not saying that things are perfect. Believe me, I went through times where I had no hydro, no gas, no TV, no food. Like, it was a struggle when my kids were small. But we came a long way, and I'd say, you know, for the most part, they've been very blessed. So once that was done, I realized, you know, I want to leave an impact in the world. I want people to know, you know, what my life has been like, what my family history has been like, and how I'm able to turn that around and live the best life I've ever wanted to live. You know, and that's how I live. I'm grateful every single day that I have. I try to do good, you know, come from a good place in your heart. I think that's important. But my job here is not to be famous. My job is not to take up all the spaces. My job is simply to create as much awareness and change that I can. And I truly believe that this change comes from a misunderstanding. People not understanding lived Indigenous experiences. So being able to share just one person's perspective as an Indigenous life could make a big difference in somebody, because this isn't being taught in schools, and it should be, and it needs to be. So I'm putting myself out there. It's scary, you know, it's not easy to do this kind of work. It's not easy to put your heart out there. But I know that if I want anything to happen, I have to do it, right? I have to say it, and I have to put the actions behind that. So, you know, just think of that and know that my intentions are good. I want change. I want better for everybody. I love all human race. That's what I want to do, is to try to build a bridge between Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people to understand more why is this happening? You know, these systems, why is it this way? There's so many things to share and talk about. And so I'm really grateful for having you here, to have this platform. It's amazing. I love it. And just to be able to connect with you. And I'm really looking forward to making more change. I'll let a little secret out. I actually wrote a children's book, and I'm really excited. So many parents and teachers have come to me and said, I don't know how to talk to my child about missing and murdered Indigenous people. Can you help me? And this is so important. A lot of times we think that they shouldn't know, you know, and our children are very smart. They pick up on a lot. So being able to do this from an Indigenous perspective and a lived family perspective, I feel that this is going to make a huge impact. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for being with me, believing in change, and being a big part of it.